Have you ever wondered if a single penny could completely transform your future? Not a coin worth a few dollars, but one so rare and valuable that finding it could feel like hitting a secret jackpot. Today, we're talking about one of the most fascinating coins collectors dream of discovering, the 1968 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark. Most people see an old penny and think nothing of it. They toss it into a jar, leave it in a drawer, or spend it without a second thought. But hidden among millions of ordinary coins are a few extraordinary examples that have captured the attention of collectors for decades. Travel back to 1968. America was in the middle of a historic era, and billions of pennies were being produced. Somewhere during the minting process, a small number of coins were struck with an unusual doubling effect on the front of the coin. At first glance, it might seem insignificant, but to collectors, it can mean the difference between a common coin and a life-changing discovery. The key is in the details. Look closely at the date, the word liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust." On certain rare examples, these letters appear doubled, almost like a shadow sitting beside the original design. This is known as a double die error, and it happened during the creation of the coin dies themselves. Now here's where things get interesting. The Philadelphia Mint produced pennies without a mint mark. If you find a 1968 penny showing strong doubling and no mint mark beneath the date, you may have something far more valuable than ordinary pocket change. Collectors are willing to pay incredible amounts for authentic examples, especially those preserved in excellent condition. While most 1968 pennies are worth only a cent, rare era varieties can command astonishing prices at auction. Of course, caution is important. Not every blurry or damaged coin is valuable. True double die errors display clear, sharp separation in the lettering and numbers. Machine doubling, which is far more common, usually appears flat and shelf-like and carries little to no premium value. That is why careful examination matters. A magnifying glass, bright light, and a little patience can reveal details most people never notice. Every year, valuable coins are rediscovered in old collections, forgotten boxes, and jars of spare change. Imagine checking a handful of pennies and spotting something unusual. You compare the lettering, inspect the date, and realize the doubling matches known examples. Suddenly, a coin that spent decades unnoticed becomes the most exciting thing in your collection. If you ever think you have found one, do not clean it. Cleaning can dramatically reduce a coin's value. Store it safely and consider having it evaluated by a professional grading service. The most amazing part of coin collecting is that treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Valuable coins do not announce themselves. They sit quietly among ordinary change, waiting for someone observant enough to recognize them. So before you ignore that jar of pennies tonight, take a closer look. The next great discovery could already be sitting in your home. Sometimes the smallest coins hold the biggest surprises, and the difference between 1 cent and a fortune can come down to a single detail that most people never notice. Most people see a penny and think nothing of it. Just 1 cent barely worth bending down to pick up. But what if I told you that one ordinary-looking 1972 Lincoln penny could be worth more than a brand-new car? What if the next life-changing treasure is already sitting inside your pocket, coin jar, or an old box hidden in the attic? Today, we are uncovering one of the most famous and valuable penny errors ever discovered, the 1972 no mint mark double die Lincoln cent. Let's travel back to 1972. America is changing fast. The economy is shifting, history is being written, and millions of pennies are rolling out of the Philadelphia Mint. Most of those coins are completely ordinary. But a tiny number were created with a dramatic mistake that collectors still dream about finding today. At first glance, this penny looks normal. Abraham Lincoln is on the front. The date reads 1972. And beneath the date, something is missing. There is no mint mark. No D. No S. Just empty space. That tells us the coin was struck in Philadelphia. Now here's where things get exciting. A production error occurred during the creation of one of the dies used to strike these pennies. The result was a powerful doubling effect that can be seen with the naked eye. On the rare variety, the words Liberty and I and God We Trust appear doubled. Even the date itself shows strong, bold duplication. The lettering looks almost as if a second image is floating beside the first. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And that tiny mistake changed everything. A normal 1972 penny is worth face value. But a genuine 1972 no-mint mark double die penny in high grade can sell for thousands and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. One small copper coin can suddenly become a collector's prize. But be careful. Not every doubled-looking coin is valuable. Many people confuse true double die errors with machine doubling. Machine doubling creates a flat, shelf-like appearance that adds little or no value. True double die coins show sharp, clear, separated images in the letters and numbers. That difference can mean the gap between 1 cent and a small fortune. Think about how many old pennies are sitting untouched in drawers, piggy banks, and inherited collections right now. Every day people spend rare coins without realizing what they had. Every day hidden treasures continue circulating because nobody bothered to look closely. That is why knowledge matters. Imagine sorting through a jar of old change and spotting a 1972 penny. You notice there is no mint mark. You grab a magnifying glass and inspect the date. Suddenly you see strong doubling staring back at you. In that moment, an ordinary penny becomes something extraordinary. If you find one, remember this important rule: never clean the coin. Cleaning can seriously reduce its value. Store it safely and have it examined by a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC. The 1972 no-mint mark double die penny is more than just a coin. It is proof that incredible discoveries still happen. It is a reminder that valuable treasures can hide in the most ordinary places. So before you ignore that handful of pennies on your desk, take a closer look. Check the date. Check for the missing mint mark. Examine the lettering carefully. Because somewhere out there, one of these legendary pennies is still waiting to be found. And the next person to discover it could be you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this treasure hunt, make sure to share this video with another coin enthusiast. Keep searching, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Before you scroll away, give me just a few minutes of your attention. Because hidden somewhere in circulation right now could be a 1974 penny that is worth far more than anyone would ever imagine. It may be sitting in an old coin jar, mixed in with pocket change, or tucked away inside a forgotten collection. To most people it looks completely ordinary, but collectors know that one special version of this coin can be worth an astonishing amount of money. The secret lies in a tiny detail that most people never notice. A detail so small that millions of valuable coins have likely been overlooked for decades. That detail is a famous doubling error found on certain 1974 Lincoln pennies with no mint mark. Travel back to 1974 for a moment. America was going through a turbulent time, and the United States Mint was producing enormous quantities of pennies every day. During that process, a rare mistake occurred. A working die used to strike coins developed a double design, creating coins with bold duplicated lettering and numbers. Instead of being caught and removed, some of these error coins entered circulation where they have remained hidden for more than half a century. Here is exactly what you need to look for. Start with a 1974 Lincoln penny. Check beneath the date. If there is no mint mark, the coin was struck in Philadelphia. That alone does not make it valuable, but it is the first requirement. Next, inspect the front of the coin very carefully. Pay close attention to the date, the word Liberty, and the phrase "I and God We Trust." On the rare double die variety, the letters and numbers appear doubled in a strong and noticeable way. The effect is not blurry or flat. Instead, it looks like a second image was stamped directly beside the first one. The doubling is sharp, clear, and easy to recognize once you know what to look for. Now let's talk about value. A regular circulated 1974 penny is generally worth only face value. But a genuine 1974 no-mint mark double die obverse penny can be worth thousands of dollars depending on its condition. Examples with strong details and attractive surfaces have sold for impressive amounts, and top-quality specimens can bring extraordinary prices when offered at auction. However, there is an important warning. Many people confuse true double dies with machine doubling. Machine doubling is a common striking issue that creates a flat, shelf-like appearance on the lettering. It does not carry significant value. A true double die shows distinct separation and rounded doubling that was built into the die itself. Learning this difference is critical if you want to identify a genuine treasure. Every year, countless old coins disappear from collections, jars, drawers, and estate sales. Valuable pieces are often spent, exchanged, or deposited at banks by people who have no idea what they are holding. That is exactly why collectors continue searching through pennies one coin at a time. Imagine opening an old container of coins that has been sitting untouched for years. You begin sorting through them and suddenly spot a 1974 penny with no mint mark. You take a closer look and notice strong doubling on the date and lettering. In that moment, a coin worth only 1 cent transforms into something far more exciting. If you decide to search for this coin, remember one important rule. Never clean it. Cleaning can dramatically reduce a coin's value and make professional collectors far less interested in it. If you believe you have found a genuine example, place it in a protective holder and consider having it authenticated by a respected grading company such as PCGS or NGC. Rare coins remind us that extraordinary value can hide in the most ordinary places. Sometimes the difference between a common penny and a collector's prize comes down to a detail smaller than a grain of rice. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoy discovering rare coins and hidden treasures, be sure to subscribe and join us for more fascinating finds. Your next valuable coin could be closer than you think. Happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next video.